What is up? What is up, folks? How is everybody doing this morning? Sorry to keep playing with the time and playing with everybody's emotions. One of these days we'll figure this out, I promise. I'm just trying to get it to where as many people as possible can check us out live, come and hang out in the chat, and not only that, but also I'm trying to avoid times with big streamers. When I've been going at 9, that's the same time Coach Collins going. So hopefully, if I could do this and people can show up, maybe once I get them hooked at 8, maybe a lot of people won't leave to go to Coach Collins at 9. So I don't know. We're going to play around with it. We'll try this for a little bit, see how it goes. Everybody, please be sure, give me some input. Tell me if you love it, hate it, or somewhere in between. Nikki B, absolutely following the rules here for my second time trying to watch the podcast. Good morning. Good morning. Absolutely. Let's see who we got. Keza, good morning. Good morning. Let's see. We got Daisy in the house. Good morning, Daisy. Debbie Smith, good to see you here. Looks like Brett's driving home. So what's up, buddy? I'm sure you'll check back in soon. Yeah, good to see everybody here, and hopefully some more people will start piling in after we get going. So the last few that we've done have been a little bit more serious and a little bit more I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. They've been a little more heavy than general. We try to kind of keep it a little light, throw in a little comedy with it, or I guess you could say that. Well, we try to keep things fun. So this morning, we're going to do something a little more like back to the norm. We're gonna play one of our favorite dynamic duos, and we're just gonna call bullshit, and we're gonna laugh and have a good time at their expense. So. Yeah, hopefully that sounds good to everybody. It will be, it'll be fun. Has anybody heard? Oh yes, and let me ask you, sound. How do I sound? Am I loud enough? Not quite loud enough? Needs to come up or down just a tad? Y'all let me know in the chat if I need to do something. Hey, the Adams Acre, how is it going this morning? Good to see you here. I'm going to mute my microphone for just a second so I can make an adjustment. All right. I don't want to literally be eating it, but, they say eat the microphone, so try to keep it as close as possible. But, yeah, y'all let me know if there's anything on sound that I need to do. I'm still adjusting on everything since my ship blew up on me, and I had to do some part swapping. So, anyway, good, Adams Acre, good. That's awesome. Nikki B, sounds good. Thank you. All right. Well, if something changes, y'all make sure and let me know. I love that feedback. So, anyway, did anybody hear? Because now this happened on X, which now it has been mentioned in a few live streams since. But there's been this whole huge controversy over, which is dumb. There has been this huge controversy over whether Charlie actually appointed Erica, which he has no legal right to do. I understand, the sentiment. I mean, like, he was the founder, he was the CEO, he wanted her to take over if something was to happen to him. I don't believe that's what he wanted, but I understand the sentiment. I understand what they're trying to show. Of course, legally, nobody can appoint a CEO. It has to be done by the board. No, that's absolutely true, Adam Zaker. Um, yeah, I know. It's good to see you in here, Miss Debbie. Maybe we'll stick to the mornings. We'll have to. I've just been playing around with it, doing different times. I got to see what works the best for the most people, I guess. Maybe one day, start doing good enough, get big enough. Hell, I'll just do a morning show and I'll do an evening show. Make everybody happy, you know. As soon as I get to where I can quit my job. Yes, so I think there's a possibility at least some of those words did come out of his mouth. Again, like he said, like Keza just said, I believe that it was in jest. I don't believe he was ever serious about that. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I mean, well, you know, regardless of how she felt towards him, you know, he loved her. I mean, you know he did. And to me, that is just asinine to think that he would say, if somebody was to mow me down for doing what I'm doing, I want my wife to step up and do it in my place. I mean, that is the most ridiculous, retarded, asinine thing I've ever heard in my life. So, yes, absolutely. Greg's awesome. He knows a lot about that kind of stuff too. So I like to always defer to him whenever I've got any questions about that. And y'all go check out Greg. Most of y'all probably have, but any of y'all that haven't, make sure and go check him out. Give him a follow. It could be Nikki B. It could very well be. But so I'm not even gonna 100% or state as fact, you know, that he never said those words. I feel like he could have said those words. He was either talking about something else, or he was kidding. That clip that they put out is obviously doctored up. It's got all those cuts in it. You know, it switches back and forth, and even the segments themselves that have the you know, the words, the meat and taters of it, don't appear to be right. You've got the whole mole thing, the mouth not being right with what's coming out of the mouth. So many issues with it. Well, and then there's the whole backdrop thing. You know, was that a backdrop from a donor's retreat, or was that a backdrop from some other kind of event? According to what several donors have said, it wasn't from at least the Aspen donor retreat. So who knows? I don't know, but I do know that I have not from the get-go believed it. Well, you know, Candace obviously from the get-go has questioned that. And this right here makes my point. This makes the point that I have, or proves the point that I have made over and over and over again about Candace. I've seen people get really frustrated. I've seen people just, oh my God, she doesn't show proof, or if she does, she waits. Why don't she just show what she's got? Quit teasing everybody. Quit, you know. Well, this now has been going on for what, you know, a couple months, and it has done nothing but get worse and worse and worse. And you've got Blake Neff that has gone to bat like crazy, come out and said, I mean, some disgusting stuff to Candace all over this very issue. And besides that, you've got Andrew Colvett. He made a post on X. I don't know if it was yesterday or if it was Sunday. But anyway, he did this big long post on X talking about how ridiculous the whole thing is, but that how Charlie in private had told him over and over again that he wanted Erica to take his place if something was to happen. So obviously he was a hypocrite. He said different things privately than what he did when he was, you know, in public. I don't believe that either. Now, Barron did mention it in his show yesterday, right at the beginning, I believe it was, But Candace came out on X after she has let them sit there and go on and on and on and lie and show fake video as evidence and all this bullshit they've done over the past few months. And yeah, basically, I was trying to find that post and I wasn't able to find it in time. But basically, she said, "Do y'all really think that I would have taken this far and not had the full unedited video from that conference that y'all are saying this happened at?" And oh my God, I'm going to tell you right now, the internet is on fire. So that is the point that I've made over and over and over again. A lot of people get frustrated and aggravated because she doesn't just say everything she knows or show everything she has. But look at the difference in the effect if she had just said from the beginning, "Oh, is that what, did Charlie actually appoint her? Okay, well, here, I got the video that proves that he didn't." What has a much, much stronger effect on the public? I mean, to me, it's holding out and letting these people come out and lie and show you who they actually are and call her all kinds of filthy names, all the digs, all the insults. I mean, even bringing her family into it, all for what? When she's got the whole uncut, unedited video. And I can promise you she will be using that to prove that Charlie did not, in fact, appoint Erica. So, anyway, exactly. Candace only asks questions. For Candace, the way I read Candace is that obviously when she asks questions, there's two reasons. The questions for one inform the public of where things are at and which way they need to be kind of looking or, putting their attention on. But for her, it is not about the answer to the question as much as it is the reaction to the question. And let me reword that. For her, it is. For her, it's not to learn anything. It is not at all. For her, asking a question is strictly about what's the reaction going to be? How are y'all going to react to this? How bad is it going to be? How much are y'all going to lie? Are you finally going to come clean? And she's done it time and time and time again. And that's why that is the one thing. I don't agree with 100% of Candace. I don't agree with everything she says. I definitely don't believe everything she believes. But that is the one thing that I have always admired about her is, oh my God, everything is just so. I mean, she's meticulous, and there's no there's no rash decisions. There's no, everything very purposeful, intentional. So anyway, there's my Candace. Yeah, that's exactly right. She makes some worms come out of the woodwork. That's exactly right. So anyway, for anybody that could have possibly missed that last night, I figured I would bring that up because that one was a big one. So, and I'm telling you, the next one, maybe not the next one, but very, very in the very near future, I'm telling you right now, we're gonna get our proof of who was at Fort Huachuca. Just mark it down. Adam said it. We are gonna get proof. So, telling you, and I don't think it's gonna be just too awful much longer. We'll see. We will see. But it's coming. Yep. Anyway, after all that, now let us let us move on. And I'm going to torture y'all for a little bit. But you know what? Y'all love it. Y'all love it when I torture you.
We got two Lisas in a row. We got Lisa Logan and Lisa Knows. Our discussion with Lisa Logan, going over the psychological operations that are taking place, talking about the what is happening even with Russia. We talked about BRICS. We talked about the color revolution that's taking place that they're attempting to do here in the United States. We talked about what the plan is for the woke right. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go watch that. We talked about Candace being in Russia and everything else. So that was an extremely informative, fun podcast.
Why are they calling everybody that questions the mainstream federal government narrative the woke right? I could be wrong, and y'all in the chat, y'all throw it in the chat if I'm wrong. Correct me if I am wrong. But best I remember, like the woke left, the whole thing about being woke was that was back in the really, really hard and heavy, cancel culture days where they would bring up an X post or a Twitter post from 10 years ago where you said something maybe a little edgy and then would completely cancel you. You lose your job, you lose your life. I mean, like, not literally. Well, I guess maybe sometimes. But anyway, to me, when I think of woke, that's what I think of. I think of social justice warriors, people that don't want everybody to be able to express all of their beliefs. And again, if they've ever said anything a little edgy, or if they believe something contrary to the negative, they want them shut down. They want them shut up. They don't want them to be able to put this out here. So why are they calling? I mean, I'm guessing I fall into this category. Why are they calling us the woke right? I mean, I feel like the only ones that want anybody shut up and not able to express their opinions and beliefs are the Gary Meltons of the world. The Gary Meltons, the Graham Allens, the Lisa Knows shit, the, all of these people, the Officer Tatums. So started with BB. Absolutely. They are all BB lovers. Truer words were never spoken. Absolutely. Hey, what is up, Aunt B? 17, good to see you in the chat. I don't remember for sure if I've seen you in here or not, but I'm going to go ahead and remind you of the rule. If you ever show up in the chat once, we expect you to show up every other time, or at least as much as you can. So hope to be seeing you. Hope to be seeing you quite a bit in the future. So good to see you in here. Thank you very much. And yeah, exactly. Or woke. Right. Yeah. They just think that's just hilarious. That's what BB said that when he was talking to all those American influencers, and I think that was like a hot mic for some reason. I don't believe that was meant to get out. That's where he was talking about how the most important, tool that they have and the most important purchase is TikTok and all of that. So anyway, yeah, I don't understand this whole woke right thing. To me, they've got it ass backwards, which, hey, now that I say it, that makes perfect sense. Just about everything they've got, then they do, is ass backwards. So, okay, back at it.
So make sure you go watch that and share that as well. But I do want to say hi to everybody over in the chat. We got the Obscure moderator. Thank you to all the mods that are showing up tonight. We appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the work that you guys put in behind the scenes. We're always talking back and forth, and I just appreciate you guys so much. We got Colton W1, he already threw in a super chat. We appreciate you, buddy. I'll go ahead and read that. Just getting this out of the way. Hello, Obscure YouTuber. Keep up the Lord's work. Colton, I appreciate you so much, man. We got OK Angel, Right On Gal, Normal 5984, Disney Boiler Up Mackenzie, Steve Vacanti. He makes sure he hits the like button twice every time. We got Elise and many, many more. Lori Matthews, I Roll, JP6 Gunner. The
only thing worse than listening to Gary Melton talk is listening to him talk in ×2 speed.
regulars and so much more. If you haven't said hi yet, make sure you say hi. But not only do we have Lisa Knows, we also have another extremely special guest today. I'm going to introduce you to this person in just a moment. Before we do that, make sure you like, subscribe. Down in the description below, there is a link. If you'd like to become a member and support this channel, it's a couple bucks a month.
I love how he just, glazes the shit out of her every time he has her on the show. Talking about how smart and intelligent she is and how hard she's been working, to prove all of us assholes and propagandists wrong, and how she's doing the Lord's work. And again, that she's so smart. I mean, like, that right there tells you a lot about Gary.
It goes a long way. We really do appreciate that support. And also, down in the description below are all of Lisa Knows social media links. Make sure you guys go follow her. Continue. Look, we bring on.
Absolutely. I'm going straight when I get done here to follow Lisa Knows.
I'm careful who we bring on. I want to.
Oh, yeah. Only the best for Gary. Only the best. Only the finest collaborations. Only the best guests.
Bring on the people that I know that you're going to want to follow. And I promise you, you're going to want to follow Lisa Knows and everybody else that we bring on.
Only for a laugh, Gary. Only for a laugh.
And I also want to say a big thank you, a huge, huge thank you to Jen and my wife, by the way, because she is the one that suggested him. But Jen.
Hey, it's coming, Miss Debbie. It's pending approval. I got my hours and all that stuff. I got the subscriber count's good. I got my hours up to where it needed to be. So I filled out the application for it, and so it's pending. Now, they said it could be up to a month. Hopefully it won't be near that long. But yes, it will not be long. We will be doing that. So yes, ma'am.
Jen landed us an interview with the one and only Dr. Gad Saad. That's going to happen July 4th.
Lord knows I need it because, and I hate asking for, help financially. It kind of sucks, but right now I'm not worried about making a lot of money. If I can if this thing will pay for itself for now, I'll be tickled shitless. But regardless, I hate having to use the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo thing, and it works. And I appreciate the support that I have gotten via those, But at the end of the day, if we can do the memberships, at least then, it'll be a set amount for, whoever wants to join, which it sounds like would be quite a few. And at least then, I'll have something coming in steady, reliably, So as long as I can make that StreamYard payment and that YouTube premium payment and stuff without having to dig into my pocket, that alone will make it so much better. Anyway, I have digressed terribly.
I love that guy. I watch everything that he puts out. I haven't ordered his new book, but I'm going to order that, and we will be reading that very soon. So make sure you remember that.
Cherise, how are you doing? It is good to see you in here. I don't know that I've seen you in here before, but welcome. Welcome to the best chat on YouTube, on the internet. Everybody in this chat is absolutely great, just good people, and they'll make you feel really welcome. We've got a rule that says if you ever just pop into the chat, that we expect you to be in the chat next time. So hopefully, and every time after, if possible, well, But hopefully we'll start seeing you a lot more. And like I said, thank you for showing up. And y'all make sure and give Cherise some love.
July 3rd. But I do want to introduce a
Merch is on its way, Daisy. Absolutely. Merch is on its way.
Very special guest tonight. I want to introduce.
I have to admit, it's kind of an asshole move, but that is kind of funny. Just saying.
You to Colin Coleman. Oh man, somebody sent this to me, and I went through my DMs. I was trying to find out who it was so I can give you credit for it. But whoever sent this, whoever made this, God bless you. This is hilarious. We could combine two of the biggest grifters ever into one person. That's what we would see right there. But anyways, without further ado, I want to bring on Lisa Knows. Welcome to the show, Lisa. Thanks for coming on.
Hello.
If you will, real quick, everybody should know you by now, but real quick, just do a quick introduction. Tell everybody who you are, what you do, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah. Lisa Knows on.
Hey guys, I got something coming. That reminded me. I should have had them loaded in there, but I got a couple pictures I want to show you. Gary, man, he cleans up better than most people would think. He's shocked me. He cleans up well. So yeah, Just wait till I get these things loaded in here, and I'll show them to you. Y'all will be impressed too. I promise.
all of my platforms. Just I am a debunker. I
She's a debunker.
debunk BS pretty much. My background is in debates, a lot of face-to-face debates.
Oh yeah, she's such a debater. I don't know if y'all seen where she, I mean, big, huge air quotes, debated Dee from Dee Got a Podcast. Y'all go check him out. Shout out to him. He's good. I mean, that was anything but a debate. I mean, she kept saying the same old thing over and over and over again. I mean, terrible, terrible, terrible. He mopped the floor with her.
Debates, a lot of just listening to nonsense on the internet and finding out the usually very
Bitch,
simple
please.
explanations for things that people just omit, right? I did a lot of that in the
That is absolutely right. That is absolutely right, Kelly. She is a master debater. I got a feeling Gary's a master also. Allegedly.
pro-life space before and did a lot of pro-life work, and now I've focused more on a lot of the stuff with Candace and Erica and Turning Point USA, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and I want to bring up this real quick too, folks. And it's really hard to read. I know even on here, I'll probably have to pull it up on, even when I printed it out, it's like really low resolution. But there have been so many lies that are easily debunked, spread about Eric Kirk. And a lot of credit goes to Lisa. You've kind of focused on a lot of the lies specifically about Erica Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
I've addressed many of those, but I've been more focused on like the crime side of it, especially when people are saying, as an explanation for Charlie's death, one way or the other, whether it's the conspiracy or a real thing, or the evidence-based information that we have. That's kind of what I have kind of stuck more to. Obviously, it gets pretty conflated a lot of the times. 1 minute we're talking about Fort Huachuca. That didn't happen. The next thing you know, we're trying to tell people like Erica Kirk wasn't at Fort Huachuca. But I think this is so important, and there is such a deliberate and coordinated campaign against Erica. I mean, really against TPUSA and everything, but definitely a lot of the focus.
It's Russia. It's Russia.
Some of the most disgusting things have been about Erica. Charlie was in the way.
So disgusting when people bring out actual things that she has done that she has lied about. It is absolutely disgusting. Yes, you're right, Gary. Some of the things that she has done and partaken in allegedly are pretty damn disgusting. I'll agree with you there, buddy. That is one thing you got right.
Before he was killed, and after he was killed, it's now Erica in the way, and that's how they see it. And it's like, it's so insane to me because knew the reason that Charlie had security for many years, long before he ever tweeted one thing about a Jewish donor or texted about one thing about a Jewish donor, was because he had so many, like thousands of credible death threats coming from the left. And specifically, I've talked to people behind the scenes, specifically from the trans activists. Like, they have always been extremely militant and extremely violent. And that's why he had security long before what took place at UVU. It had nothing to do with he was worried about the Jews.
The left.
Or Israel killing him. That was never a concern of his. And it's a ridiculous argument to begin with. Even if you can kind of say from what he's saying, and I don't believe this, but
even if you can kind of say
information that we have in that text is open to interpretation. He said he was voicing some frustration that he had with the Jewish donor.
Why didn't you just read it, Gary? He was just voicing some frustration that he had with a Jewish donor. No, I've gone over this enough times I can almost quote it word for word. I'm not going to say that I am quoting it word for word verbatim, but he says, the Jewish donors live up to all of the stereotypes I will not be bullied. And they leave me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. That to me wasn't just voicing a little frustration about a Jewish donor.
I run a business. I run a YouTube channel. I've had people that have contributed to this channel a lot, that have supported me in a lot of different ways. And then they get to a point to where they kind of feel like they have more input than they do. And
What's up, Penny? You're right. That is so right. He looked like one that nursed till he was about 5 years old.
Ownership. Yeah.
It's like I've expressed privately, whether it's someone that's doing business with me on the business side or.
All right, Daisy. Appreciate you showing up. Don't forget, comment 6 words or more. Thank you.
Someone that is, expressing some concern. Like, you have the right to do that, but I also have the right to be frustrated. It's like, you know what? I appreciate your support, but I'm going to continue to run my business the way that I run my business. And that's just the way it is. And that happens, especially with some of your best clients, your best customers, your biggest supporters. I had one just a few weeks ago. So like, I've always supported you and you've changed. And I was like, I asked, like, what did I change? I haven't changed anything.
He hasn't changed anything. 8 months ago, this asshole had a gun channel. I used to watch him. I used to enjoy watching him. I enjoyed the gun part. Is he that ignorant? I mean, does he really believe that he hasn't changed? Like, come on, Gary. Like, I know you act retarded sometimes, but I like to think that you're actually not. Yes, you've changed in a big way. I've even told you. I used to be a fan. I used to watch your show. Go back to talking about guns and I'll probably start watching again. Get off the bashing Candace day in and day out. Yes, you definitely changed in a big way.
That I've done. And then,
I mean, your channel is not the same channel.
The next day she was back on, like, we were good again. Like, I think she was just having a bad day and sometimes they take it out on you. It is what it is. So the point here is, like, there's no real evidence. There's a lot of evidence to the contrary. There's no evidence that he was going to completely just stop supporting Israel.
Oh, there's plenty of evidence to the contrary. Where's it at? I mean, you always talk about us not showing receipts. Where's it at? Where's all this evidence? I mean, everything that I've seen would lead me to believe that, yes, he was. He had talked about how they were going to ethnically cleanse Gaza. He talked about how, October the 7th had to have been, there had to have been some funny business going on there. Like he said, it's a 45-minute flight, from one side to the other, but it took them 6 hours or whatever to get there. He talked about how we pay for all the intelligence that comes from there and how bad wrong they've always been and that we're not getting our money's worth. He goes down the whole list. They were wrong in Syria. They were wrong in Libya. They were wrong in Iraq. They were wrong in Afghanistan. They were wrong, and down the list he went. I'm not seeing this proof you're talking about that he wasn't going to leave the cause. I mean, Gary, you're sitting there saying you can prove a negative anyway, which I think is total bullshit. But yes, there's plenty of evidence that there is proof that he was changing his stance and that his support was not going to be there for much longer.
And definitely there was no evidence. And I know for a fact.
Definitely no evidence.
He wasn't going to suddenly become Nick Fuentes and become this
Nobody said he ever was. Nobody ever said he was. Again, people always conflate the Jews and Israel. Charlie Kirk had no issue with the Jews or Jewish people in general. His issue is with the current secular Bibi Netanyahu Israeli government, which is, again, my issues.
Zionist, anti-Semitic person. Wasn't going to happen. So, the point here is like, there's a lot of things that have been shoehorned into this, and it's now we realize that is part of a much bigger operation. It has expanded so far. Now we got Candace Owens sitting in Russia in a propagandist boot camp.
Yeah, speaking of which, a much bigger operation. Did y'all hear about what happened with Gary? How he accidentally outed himself? I think Zach Costello talked about this yesterday. He was showing some screenshots of what he had asked Grok about something. I don't even remember now. And then you could see his history and other things that he had been asking Grok about. And one of them was basically, saying that he and a whole bunch of others had some kind of organized campaign to, change the public's views on certain things. And basically it showed that he was doing exactly what he's been claiming that we're doing. So, yeah, it was great. I'll have to pull clips on that. We'll have to go through that. We might do that tomorrow morning.
For Russia, already spreading pro-Russian propaganda right from Russia. I mean, it's like she's tweeting left, like, oh, it's so much better here. Get out of here. But just recently, speaking of which, we did have the real Colin Campbell. He started launching some accusations against Erica. And I think...
okay, guys, now is just as good a time as any. I got to show you this. I'm going to make myself little so I can make this really big. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on just a second. Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the cleaned up, pretty Gary Nose. Ain't it beautiful? And I've got several different shots of him too. Oh, it's great. It's impressive. I'm telling you, he's a real hottie. He is a real hottie. Yep. I have to you got to give credit where credit's due. Damn. I know there's probably a bunch of people that are throwing up in their mouth about right now. Okay, and for the last and final one. Yeah. Oh, isn't that great? Isn't he beautiful? I tell you what, I never knew he could look so good. Yeah. Never knew he could look so good. What y'all guys think? Y'all tell me. Y'all brag on Gary a little bit. Give him some love. Y'all give Gary some love. He looks good when he's cleaned up. Okay, guys, I'm sorry if y'all threw up in your mouths a little bit. My bad. Okay. As we were.
Lisa did a really good job debunking a lot of this stuff, but he was launching accusations against Erica, saying that she was actually meeting
What's up,
with a new boyfriend. And
what's up, Susan in the house? Good to see you, Miss Susan. I'm sorry to surprise you. I'm so sorry.
California. Give us the rundown and kind of the summary of that, and then we'll kind of get into the things that you found out to prove that completely false.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he ran with this whole story.
She's like a regular damn Sherlock fucking Holmes.
That this witness that he interviewed, we all are aware of the voice that sounds like nails on a chalkboard that we had to listen to. I'm like, of all the AI voices that you could have chosen, man, like really, that's what you put us through. Thank you for that. But anyway, yeah, and it wasn't even like this woman herself, if this woman even exists, which I have my hesitations on believing that that's the case. But if this woman even exists, she wasn't even the firsthand eyewitness. It was her friend that was supposedly there that fed her all of this information about how she was the one that saw Erica Kirk there meeting with Blake Wynn, and they were cuddling up next to each other and getting handsy with each other. That's the language that he used in his post.
So it was an anonymous source quoting an anonymous source.
Yes. Yes. And I believe that it was Colin sitting in a room talking to himself.
Now, look, granted, I'm not going to like take up for and defend Project Constitution. I mean, he is known to do some really, really clickbaity stuff. He has been proven wrong on many occasions. He's been right on some things. So I'm not going to personally vouch for him or any of his work, but this is just really rich coming from them. I just don't feel like these two have any room to talk. That's just my opinion.
And then using AI alteration on the voice of himself.
She does need an extra tooth. That big ass mouth she got ain't got enough teeth in it.
That's my personal opinion, but I mean, obviously I don't have any proof of that. That is just my opinion, but
this is wrong.
Oh, booger eating Colin Campbell.
But anyway, I mean, and so this lady claims that she saw this happen about a week and a half prior to the recording of this with Colin, right? She also claims that she saw Erica and Blake Wynn at Bar 1912 in the Beverly Hills Hotel in Los Angeles. And that this is an invite-only exclusive place that not just anybody can walk in there. You got to know somebody to be able to go in there. And there's no cameras and all.
And guys, I tried to pull this clip. I don't know if she's taking it down or what. I do know for a fact that it was on X. And I went through her profile back and forth. That's one of the reasons I was as late coming on as I was. I was trying to find the clip because I wanted to play that phone call for y'all, for anybody that hadn't heard it. So if I can find it, if I can locate it, I mean, I'll bring it back up and we'll listen to it. But yeah, she didn't really debunk shit.
All this stuff. Guys, I've been to LA. I've been past the Beverly Hills Hotel. That's one of the number one places that the Paps are stationed outside of. If you're trying to have this secret affair with somebody, that's one of the last places that you're gonna go to not be photographed. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? That's just, yeah, like there are designated places throughout LA where the paparazzi literally just sit outside because they know that they're likely to see a celebrity come through, right? That is one of those places that they're going to just park there and just wait for someone to come through. So that out of the gate, I was like, that's okay. But yeah, I mean, and of course we see Erica Kirk right away. She comes right out of the gate to be like, no, absolutely not. And we have never seen her smack down really any of these allegations. She never really has. This is the first time that we really saw her guns a-blazing, like, absolutely not. And I was sitting over there like, yes, queen, let's go.
Did y'all catch that? Yes, queen, let's go. Why do these people look at her that way? Like, it is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, why? What on earth would lead somebody to look at her in that way? The woman cannot speak. I'm sorry. I don't think she's very smart. Everything she has done PR-wise has been a disaster. And yet she says, yes, come on, queen. Queen of what? Queen Bee? Queen Biatch?
So excited. I was like, but she just straight up said, you know, like, first of all, no, I'm not in any relationship with anyone. It was my son's birthday on May 14th because in his actual post.
Is she sure about that? Because I remember watching her ask that question about her kid's birthday. And yeah, she couldn't offer it up. She couldn't remember when her kids were born. So is that really her son's birthday, or is that just a convenient date to say was my son's birthday?
Post.
Queen of the grift, absolutely.
He designated May 14th was the day. And she
Right.
was like, no, May 14th happened to be my son's birthday, his second birthday. I was in Arizona celebrating his birthday, not in California. And Blake Wynn is, yes, a good friend of mine and my husband's, but he is in a long-term committed relationship. In fact, he's on the verge of like proposing to this woman, like he's committing to.
Well, there went the surprise anyway. I hope he wasn't planning on something really romantic for to propose. Because yeah, cat's out of the bag now. They're such good friends, but by God, they didn't have no trouble at all fucking that up for him to come out and prove that she wasn't there. Yep. Oh, he is about to propose. Yeah, generally that's something that you surprise somebody with, and now everybody on the internet knows it. So I thought that was pretty good too.
A lifelong situation here.
Susan's in the chat, Brett. Good to see you back.
You're disgusting, and no, right? Like we all read her post. So yeah, so like working with some people behind the scenes. I don't know if they want to be named or not, but I think some of them actually posted on it, so you guys can go find their stuff. But and I believe in the post where I debunked it, I tagged the person who helped me with it. So what was that?
Yeah, even what's his name? Is it Blake? Not Blake Wynn, is it?
Blake Wynn, yeah. His dad is Stephen Wynn, yeah.
So Blake Wynn even commented on that as well. It's like, no,
Yes,
this is ridiculous. No.
Yeah, he said, no, this is ridiculous. But like the Candy Cult is trying to use the fact that he had been kind of dormant on X for several months. Like he hadn't said much of anything about anything. And then just he comes back to make this appearance to support Erica Kirk. And I'm like, if you've been dormant on an app and someone is saying that you're in a relationship with someone when you're not, and you're about to possibly propose to your girlfriend, yeah, that would be the time that I would break my internet silence too. Like, why are we acting like this is strange? That's exactly what
She don't know nothing about that life, that's for sure. I don't think there's ever been a moment of internet silence for her.
I would do.
Well, if he didn't respond, they would say that was confirmation. Like, oh, Blake Wynn didn't say anything. He didn't deny it, so it must be true.
Right.
You can't win with these people. They're freaking
You
insane.
can't.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I get wind of through somebody else that like, Lisa, this place is no longer operational. Bar 1912 in the Beverly Hills Hotel is not a thing. And they're sending me all these screenshots from Google and Yelp and all of these saying that it's permanently closed down. And I'm like, you've got to
Y'all remember that. Permanently closed down.
be kidding me. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to call them up and I'm going to ask. Because like, what? And they're also like, Lisa, it's never been exclusive. It's never been an invite only situation. It's always been open to the public. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to call and I'm going to verify. So I did. I got the Beverly Hills Hotel on the phone. I recorded the phone call. I'm sure you guys have seen the video. It's on my page if you want to go watch it. But literally, I just asked the guy, I said, first of all, I've heard online that this is like an exclusive invite only place. Is that true? Or is it open to the general public, like as a whole? And the guy was like, absolutely not. It's open to the general public. All of our bars and restaurants on property are open to the public. He said, however, Bar 1912 has been permanently closed.
Has been permanently closed. Is that what he said?
And I said, okay, how long? He said, 8 months.
How long? He said 8 months. Permanently closed.
8 months this place has been closed. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. This is like the most bare minimum amount of research that somebody could do.
Now, I listened to the phone call. He did not say it was permanently closed. The 8 months thing, best I remember, was how long it's temporarily closed because they are doing some upgrades, remodeling, renovation, whatever you want to call it. So, it's not permanently closed, and don't know whether it's true or not, but you got to give him that much. In the post, Colin did say that it is being renovated, and that they're only doing special parties or what have you. So, I don't know. Maybe it's not true, but she did a very, very shoddy job of debunking this.
And Project Constitution did none of it. It's so insane. So then he retorts back with his whole, well, they're still open for private events and chic parties. I said, yeah, because Yelp typically talks about things like chic parties. But whatever, okay. And so then somebody else actually had sent an email asking about being able to host a private event at Bar 1912. And the hotel responded back with a proper email structure of what an email should look like, by the way, Candy Colt. That's what an email should look like.
That's what an email should look like, proper structure.
With the signature on the bottom, that says the manager's name and their information and all of that. And they straight up say, no, this area is not available for private events. It is currently under construction. It is a construction zone because we are bringing in new businesses into this space. But once these outlets are open, those places will be available for private events and parties. Please.
Oh, so it's not permanently closed. I thought she just said it was permanently closed. Here she's saying that it's closed down for now, that they're doing some construction remodeling, and that once everything else gets in there, it's going to be open back up to the public. Huh. Wow. She just debunked her debunking.
Please let us know if you want to use one of our other outlets.
Fucking retarded.
For your private event is basically what it said. So yeah, it's just, there's the email if you want to pull that up, with the video that Jesse on Fire did, the gray. Yep.
Yep. So it says, dear something, thank you for your message. Hope you're doing well. We are undergoing a restoration in the location where our bar 1912 was, and we will no longer have that space. Fortunately, we'll be getting some new outlets, but they won't be available. They won't be available for private events as soon as they open. We do have some other great spaces that might work for your event. Can you tell me more about what you are planning and what you're looking for? I look forward to hearing back. Thank you so much. Warm regards, catering sales manager, Beverly Hills Hotel, Bungalows, and Hotel Bel Air.
Yeah. I mean, if you go to their website, it's not listed under their active bar and restaurant section on the website. It doesn't exist anymore, guys. It has not existed for 8 months. There is no private events being held there. It is a construction zone. Like, absolutely not happening. It is not happening. And then you add in, again, the fact that I think it just comes down to he didn't realize when he said May 14th, he didn't put 2 and 2 together that was Erica Kirk's son's birthday.
Sure. No,
and I think that completely came back to bite him in the rear because he just...
Oh, Lord knows she would never do something like being somewhere else on her kid's birthday. I mean, like, good God. Yeah, I mean, it seems like her kids mean everything to her, correct? All right.
He just didn't do his due diligence to actually research or look into any of this. And he probably, when she said that, I bet you he completely was like, oh, crap. I actually was talking to Tracy Martin.
Oh, yeah. There's another voice of truth. Tracy Martin. Oh, let's hear what she had to say. We know we can take this to the bank.
Same day about a completely different topic. I had been texting her that day about something else that I was asking her, okay? And she had to voice message me back because she said, I am driving home. We had the littlest one's birthday today. She said his name, but I'm not going to say his name on this. But she said, we had a birthday party for him today, and family and friends flew in from all over the country. But I am currently driving back home from the birthday party, so I cannot text you. I have to voice message you back to your response or whatever. And
Okay, so the fact that she had to send her a voice to text message, that absolutely 100% for reals proves that she was coming back from a birthday party. It doesn't just prove the fact that she was driving, but it actually proves that she was driving back from a birthday party. Wow. Yep, she's good.
I was like, okay, that's fine. So that happened on that day. And then in another exchange, she literally, when Project Constitution did his whole thing, she messaged me and she was like, I was with Erica at the birthday party on May 14th. And I was like, I know you were, because I talked to you that day and you literally couldn't even text me. You had to voice message me back. Like,
You couldn't text me. You had to voice message me back because it was his birthday.
craziness. Sarcastic Liberty. She also left a comment on that post of mine saying that she talked to Tracy the day before, and Tracy literally said, we have his birthday party scheduled tomorrow, the next day. So there were multiple people that were aware that this party was happening before it did on that day, and can absolutely verify that Erica Kirk was in the state of Arizona on that day. She was not in.
They can absolutely verify it, or they can absolutely vouch for it. Those are two different things, neither of which I'm too sure of, because I'm not seeing any verification or vouching going on here, but just saying.
California.
There you go.
And something obviously they're not thinking of is nobody said she spent the night there. It's really not that long of a flight from Arizona to California or vice versa, just saying. That private jet she's got could get her there and back in plenty of time for a birthday party.
And they just never stop with any of this stuff.
Oh no, Debbie, he's like 8. According to the pictures, the picture that she used to prove where she was at on September the 9th, not the 8th.
I don't know. I don't know where it ends or where it goes. And the thing.
I don't know, Miss Susan. I guess maybe she got tired of hearing shit about it. So it looks like she's at least took the pillows out.
As I've talked about this before, like, it's not going to end with even once Tyler Robinson is found guilty. Folks, we're going to be watching documentaries of the Charlie Kirk.
Y'all catch that? Once Tyler Robinson is found guilty. He sounds pretty confident.
Conspiracy 20 years from now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be the JFK all over again. And there was one voice in the wilderness trying to bring justice to Charlie Kirk. And unfortunately, it's going to be Candace Owens. Hopefully, she will be so, I don't know, so humiliated.
Buried in legal fees. Yeah.
In legal fees and humiliated by then. And all of her credibility stripped from her, that nobody will even want to do that. Is Project Constipation a real ginger or just a Dorito dust slickback? I got to tell you, my thought on him is, like, this isn't really red hair. That's more brown hair. I think the light's hitting it. We're not taking them. The gingers aren't taking them. You get somebody else, you brown-haired folks can have them. We're not doing it.
He's rejected.
He's rejected. There's 100x times higher probability that Candace is an FSB asset that helped push Tyler to kill Charlie Kirk than the crap cancer someone pushes. At least that would kind of make sense. Look, I was just reading something
People are so retarded.
today. Who was it? This was a credible person talking about
Oh, it. Gary just vouched for them, so they're super credible.
his ties going back to a communist group in Cuba, which those all tie back to Russia as well. That Tyler Robinson was actually linked to. I'm curious to see. This is like,
That's right, Brett.
the little bit of, this is where I have the door open. And that is on whether or not other people knew, whether or not that Tyler Robinson was ultimately radicalized, recruited, and weaponized and directed at a target, and that being Charlie Kirk. We don't have any evidence of that right now. Well, I won't say we don't have any evidence. We do have some of these text messages and Discord chats that people have seen prior to that event. So there is a little bit. I mean, I that's not very strong, but that being said, it's stronger than anything that Candace Owens has for sure, and any of this stuff. Whether we're talking about the French Foreign Legion, whether we're talking about, the secret meeting down at Fort Huachuca. I don't even know where we're at. Like, where are we? Like, what is the working theory that Candace is operating under right now? Do you even know?
I couldn't even tell you.
It involves Jews. We know that. Like, it has to involve Jews no matter what.
Always and forever the Jews.
The Jews are involved. So much for the internet fact checkers, right? Loosey-goosey misinformation seems to be multiplying like rabbits. They just come out with one thing after another, and it's just fire by volume, right? It's just gish galloping. That's what it is. It's just constant. You can't keep up with it. And then they throw 1,000 things at you, and you go through the list, you debunk all of those things, and guess what? They start right back over. Like the same old tired debunked conspiracies just keep popping back up, time after time again. I missed that. How many lies has Project Constitution told? All of them. All of them. Jay Witt, school superintendent wife is being threatened by liberal school mom for his conservative podcast views. Yeah, there's a lot going on. He sent me some information. We spent a lot of time on the phone yesterday.
Now, Gary, Project Constitution hasn't told all of them. That wouldn't leave any for you.
I got to be honest with you. I was kind of drinking from a fire hose. He was telling me all these events and what was going on. I don't want to get this wrong, but basically, yeah, they're coming after his family. They had him on local news and newspapers, and his kids are receiving texts from their friends talking about these allegations that are being hurled at him, and he needs some prayer, folks. He needs some prayer. It's really a shame. So make sure you guys go over there. Number one, make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. Go send him some encouraging words down in the comments or over on X or whatever it is. He needs it. Seriously.
He's getting it from the left primarily right now, but I was thinking about it the other day, and
Oh yeah, Debbie. With ties back to ties to Cuba also. So yeah, he's tied to Cuba and Russia. Yep, it's crazy.
I'm like, it's really sad that right now we actually don't even know which side is coming at us anymore, because we're getting it from left.
Amen. That is right, Keza. If it's debunked, generally it goes away.
Getting it from the right. I'm just like, even when we have these like assassination attempts on the president, I'm like, we don't even know where. I mean, at least we could always before we could always point it like it's probably somebody on the left who's lost it. They've got TDS, but now we've got EDS going on. So between TDS and EDS, I'm like, right, left, I don't know where to even look anymore. Like, it's just everywhere.
And all the woke right. Let's just be real. Like, I'm tired of it is the new Nazi party. That's what it is. Like, these people are.
It's the new Nazi party. Again, that was something that always used to come from the left. They called everybody Nazis. Now all of a sudden, Gary's taking it up. Like, what the hell?
Literally Nazis. That's like, there is no difference. And I hate using that word. I have been called that, and I know all the conservatives have been called that, because of just common sense things. Like, I don't know, like maybe we should lock up criminals. Oh, maybe we should not have trans boys going into our girls' locker room. So we're racist, we're bigots, we're Nazis. And now it's, the pedo thing. But like, when I'm watching some of the content that comes out of people like Stu Peters and some of these other folks, like, it is indistinguishable from anything that a Nazi or a KKK member would actually say. Like, the amount of hate in the
yeah, he drinks from hoses. Sounds like multiple hoses, Miss Debbie.
things that they're constantly spewing about Jews. And so, like, I have become more defensive of.
Oh, we know, Gary. Listen to what he says right here. We know.
I used to like not care about Israel or the Jews or anything else, but it's like, I'm on their side now, for sure.
Oh, we know you're on their side now. You ain't got to tell us, Gary. We know.
Like 100%, because these people over here, you disgust me. I can tell, like, I find you lying every single time. I see what Jew hatred is just disgusting. I'm completely put off by it. And I will take these people. And as a matter of fact, every Jew I know is freaking awesome. Like, they're just great people. I don't know. I'm just sick of it. I'm tired. I've never seen.
Well, at least he laid it all out. We know what team he's on now. Not that we didn't know before. Yeah, he's super pro Jew, he says.
You know what? I'm tired of being disgusted by my fellow Americans. That's what it comes down to. And especially people that I used to
Yeah, I know the feeling, Gary.
admire and look up to. And now the stuff that they spew constantly is just insane to me. As a matter of fact, one of the things I'm going to, I reposted this earlier, and this is worth watching for sure.
I argue, so over on TikTok, I do TikTok lives a lot, and one of the lives that I run a lot is about Israel, but not just Israel in the general sense, because there's a lot of people that just will have like open debate, like, Gaza versus Israel, or like just whatever, about like the politics around it or the war aspect of it. I don't talk about that. I specifically talk about it from the Christian religious perspective, because not a lot of people do it from that.
Oh, I got to catch one of these lives, TikTok lives. I got to catch this. I bet she talks about the Judeo-Christian whatever.
Perspective.
Sure.
And so I want to be a little bit different in that sense. And one of the things that I have noticed,
Yeah, because nobody talks about Judeo-Christian values or Judeo-Christian whatever. Again, I maintain that's an oxymoron. I mean, of the worst sort. You cannot, like, how can you combine those two? There's no way.
literally time and time and time again, they will get on the live and they will start saying these crazy outlandish things about, the Jews run everything, they control this, that, they're treating Christians so horribly in Israel, which is not true. You've got one or two cases of somebody
Oh, one or two. Yeah, it's happened once or twice.
who spit on a Christian in the street, but that's not everybody. That's not the majority. That's actually extremely rare. It's
extremely rare. Come on, let's hear the statistics there, Miss Lisa Knows, since you know so much.
one small sect of Hasidic Judaism that has done those things, and the Israeli government
See, here's the issue. It's not a matter of how many actually are brave enough to actually walk up to somebody and spit on them. My concern is that the reason the ones that do it are because of religion, their religion, which means that even if the other ones aren't walking up to you and spitting on you, they still feel the same about you, and they still feel the same about, our Lord and Savior. So regardless, at the end of the day, like I said, whether they actually walk up and spit on you or not, these people detest you. I mean, and they detest Jesus.
punishes them every single time they get in trouble. They're not allowed to do those things. Okay. So they'll start talking about that. And then when you start showing that they're wrong, they will just start talking faster. They start talking louder to talk over you. And then they just crash out and then they dip. Like, it's the same pattern every single time. And honestly, for those of you in here who are also fellow Christians, the only way that I can describe the pattern that I have seen is it is just demonic. It is a demonic spirit, and they are so angry. They have this vitriolic hatred literally in their heart towards the Jewish people, towards Israel. And it is
Awful big word, Lisa. Vitriolic.
just, they hate them. Like, it is aggression. It is violent. And it is literally, it's demonic. It is demonic, fully and completely.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't agree more. I mean, that's all that matters to them. Like, it is hate Israel first. That is the only.
It's all that matters to them. Maybe right now, for whatever reason, maybe it is a big topic. Again, though, maybe for good reason. I mean, if we feel like these people are buying our politicians and running things behind the scenes, and I'm not saying they're responsible for every single bad thing that's ever happened. But yeah, maybe that's why there's such an interest in it. Maybe that's why so many people are focused on it right now.
Anything that matters to them. It is the essence of their being, and everything else is just tapestry around it. I want to watch this quick clip from the Sean Ryan show. You know, talking about people that I used to like, promote, admire, that has just went off the deep end.
Kind of like that
I
time
hate that I got placed in that.
He done lost his damn mind, that Sean Ryan.
I never even wanted Trump to win until he was the only guy to vote for. But
well, that's the problem, is that elections remain binary choices. So it's like, do I wish I had voted for Kamala? Hell no.
that's not what I meant. I meant during all the other people that were running
Yeah.
for the Republican side, I was like, please just get one of these other people in.
Yeah.
And then when he got it, I was like, oh, fuck. And then I was like, please don't put anybody that's worth a shit in the administration, because you're going to be garbage afterwards. There's no chance, especially right now.
You're not feeling optimistic about JD Vance 2028?
No, or Rubio, or anybody that's in there, because they're all yes men fucking puppets.
Oh,
Like, what does that even mean? They're all yes men puppets. They're part of the administration. They work for the president at the leisure of the president.
So what would normally happen if this were normal times and things were going like they have historically? And I don't know if this is specifically what he had in mind when he said this about them being yes men or not. But, you know, in the not too distant past, if somebody didn't agree with an order that was given to them, they would just resign. And obviously they would give a reason why, and the reason would be because they were not comfortable with what they were being asked to do. That used to be a pretty normal thing. But for some reason now, no. It's like he said, yes, being yes men. Okay, we'll do it just because we're here. Then that makes it appear that everybody's fully on board, and maybe they are. I don't know, but yeah, used to you would have people that would step down from their position in protest, and now you don't ever hear about that.
But that's like saying all of you soldiers in the military, you're a Navy SEAL, you're just a yes man puppet for the military. That's your job, retard. Like, I don't even understand where this comes from. This is just like the dumbest, lowest IQ talking points I've ever seen. Somebody mentioned this earlier. I thought it was kind of funny. It's like once they put the racial Maddow glasses on, all of a sudden they just, turn into her and just start spewing stupidity.
Now
notice,
they're all talking about.
Did you notice too? Because you and I have both talked about this several times, about how we think that they're going to try to push forward this political party, right? Like a third option political party. What was that?
I said I named it Project 2032. That's the plan.
Mm-hmm. And she literally said, yes, doesn't it suck that elections remain a binary choice? It doesn't it suck that you only have and I'm not saying that like the two-party system has been great, but they know that a lot of Americans are not happy with the two-party system, and they're going to feed off of that desire to want to introduce another party into the system and another option, right? And make another option available to us. And so I think it's very interesting that she was like, they still remain binary, right? You still have that binary choice. Like, yeah, we do. And we know what you want to do about that, don't we?
No, it's a great point, and that's right. Look,
I mean, what? Have a third party candidate? I mean, is that out of the ordinary? Do we not ever have third party candidates run? I mean, I don't know. Just checking. I'm not that I'm not that smart, but it just seems like I remember a time or two where we possibly, maybe, perhaps had a third party person run. So I don't know. I don't know how that is just completely upending the system, and I don't know. It seems like third party's not all that uncommon.
Americans out there, you voters out there, we have a two-party system. You don't have to like it.
Exactly. He keeps saying that 2032. I absolutely love it. What a jackass. Fuck what?
You can want other options, whatever. But guess what? That's not reality.
Gary can't count, I guess, because 2024 plus 4 is 2028.
We have a two-party system. That's what you get. You get either A or B. You get death and destruction or not as good as you wish they were. Like, that's the choice here. Open.
So in other words, we should just settle. We shouldn't want anything better. We shouldn't expect our politicians to do what they promise they'll do. Like, this is what you get. You get this guy or you get this guy. These are your two choices. Smile and vote. Pick one. No, motherfucker. That is not the way it should be. I think that people should be able to vote for somebody that they believe in. And I don't know exactly what that means. If that means third party, okay. But we should expect our politicians to do what the hell they say they're going to do at a bare minimum.
Open borders, like high energy prices, completely selling out America to Russia, China, Iran, just giving America off to our enemies, allowing our country to be invaded, allowing sex trafficking, allowing freaking drugs to come into this country, allowing just criminals to run rampant. Like that's you get that choice, or you get, unfortunately, like Lindsey Graham. I hate Lindsey Graham. I wish we had a much better choice than that. But you know what? I'll take Lindsey Graham over that. I'll take that over what we see happening in California. Like, that's your choice.
I just don't feel like being in a position where you have to settle of the better of the two evils is a good way to do things. I'm sorry. That's just I don't see how things can keep continuing on with that being basically our options, the worst of or the better of the two evils. It should not be bad and worse running together. Like I said, we should be able to find somebody that we can put our trust behind, and that will actually do the things that they said that they would do. Why is that so much to ask?
And that's just the way this works. And the third party system is always a freaking psyop. It's always a psyop. It's always a way to get people to ensure that one of those parties fails. And it's almost always the Republicans. Because we're over here with these stupid purity tests saying, you know what? They're not quite as conservative as I like. And, my guy lost the primary because he was a crappy candidate. That's why he lost, or she lost in the primary. And now my feelings are hurt. I'm going to take my ball. I'm going to go home. And I'm going to let them take over and just completely ruin this country. That makes sense, I guess, to a moron. So, yeah, I mean, that's what they're going to do, folks.
And I guess, obviously, he's not worried about whether they keep their promises or do what they say they'll do. Just as long as they're keeping the border closed, it's all good. You got to take the wins and don't worry about them losses. Yeah, forget about that. It won't sting so much here in a little bit. It'll stop stinging as bad.
Want us to lose the midterms. If we lose the midterms,
there's the midterms.
We're losing 2028. And then what they're going to do, right now they're already starting the groundwork. But what they're going to do is they're going to come up with this third party that they're going to try to usurp MAGA.
There already is a third party, dumbass. It's literally called third party.
Movement with this hate Israel isolationist platform. And
that is true. I'm telling you now, you watch. 2028, it's liable to be an issue. I'm sorry. 2026, this year, midterms, it's liable to come up and be an issue. but especially come 2028 in the presidential in the presidential election, you watch. You'll be unelectable if you can't get up there and guarantee that you don't take any APAC money. Watch and see if that's not the way it goes.
Then they're going to have the opposition. They're going to be running against the Democrats. That's what they want. Opposition parties always do better. We see that in the midterms almost every single time. It's just the way the world works. And they think they're going to overtake MAGA. And if they can't overtake MAGA, they're going to create a third party so that they can ensure whatever happens, like we don't win. So, I mean, I wish a lot of things about our system are different. You know, I wish gravity wasn't as strong. I wish I could jump 30 feet high, but that's just not reality. And we got to be big boys and big girls and realize like this is what we get. And this is how our country was founded and the system that it runs on, period. And maybe that'll change. It's not going to be in the near future, but that's what we get for now. Let's finish listening to this idiot.
Catholicism, which I think is fucking hilarious.
Well,
let's talk about Catholic. Oh, you're a fucking Catholic all of a sudden?
There's no way to be in the Trump administration without being a yes man. You won't.
I mean, speaking of being Catholic all of a sudden, who just suddenly became Catholic all of a sudden, like less than a year ago? Freaking Sean Ryan. And, you know, now Megyn Kelly's Catholic. And now all of these people that are on this, Candace Owens.
Mm-hmm.
Last.
The fastest growing Christian denomination in the world right now. Now all of a sudden we're going to advertise that we're fucking Catholic. Right.
What a brilliant point, Sean. Thank you for giving us that bit of information. Let's play this one too.
You're
Far
talking
less
with Anna
partisan.
Casper.
The line between left and right is
And this is really important because this is something I talked about last night as well. What they're trying to do, and we saw this with Candace Owens. All right. It was extremely strategic that Candace Owens first had Hunter Biden on, and now she had Anna Kasparian on. The reason what she's doing is she's letting the left know, she's signaling and saying, hey, I'm not the
It's a dog whistle. Careful, folks. It's a dog whistle.
conservative person that you thought I was. I'm not the wacky Candace Owens that, you know, used to believe that, you know, marriage was between a man and a woman. I'm this new Candace Owens that just hates Trump. And by the way, like so they're trying to build a coalition here. And this goes much deeper. And again, today, Lisa was talking about that. And go watch that episode. She lays it out. Like there's a plan in place and we're seeing it unfold right in front of our eyes.
I'm sure she really breaks it down.
They're trying to take from both parties, or at least take from the conservative party, and this is the other thing, folks, like Candace Owens is no longer going to have any content beyond the Charlie Kirk thing. She's no longer a conservative. You think she's going to continue to push for conservative causes?
She's no longer conservative. She seems to be more conservative than you, Gary. She is trying to conserve our American values. She's trying to conserve our government and keep foreign influences out of it. Yes, she's very much a conservative. She is trying to conserve.
She's not. What she's going to be doing is she's going to be essentially a Democrat. She's definitely going to be more and more left, and she's going to try to continue to build her audience from that as well.
It's merging. You know, like there's something right.
Yeah, Kez, I'm pretty sure he was just being smart, made a smart comment, but yeah, he did say that.
Rising out of the middle of that is
You're
far
talking
less
with Anna
partisan.
Kasparian.
Yeah, I love her.
It's awesome.
I love her.
I do too.
Well, you
She's
know,
awesome.
Yeah.
people think of me as a Republican, but I haven't been a Republican in over 20 years. I was a registered Democrat when
I didn't even watch this far into it. I just listened to the first couple of seconds before, and here we are. Like, I'm not a Republican, people. And clearly Sean Ryan's not a Republican.
I was fresh out of school, and then I was a registered
Look, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm no big fan of the Republican or the Democrat parties. And I don't give a shit what kind of letter you got by your name. Do what you said that you would do. Do what you promised. And yeah, the main thing for me is the wars, and there's some other things too. Obviously, you got the whole Epstein situation, but yeah, just do what you said you were going to do, and I'm all right.
Republican for a few years.
But again, I say, I have nothing special like for the Republican Party. Generally, I lean a little bit more to the right, which is, Republican. But that doesn't mean that I back people just because they're called Republicans. There's a bunch of shady ass, dirty ass Republicans out there, I can promise you.
Years when I was like right around when I joined Fox News. And then I quickly realized I don't want to wear either of these team jerseys. I'm against both of these guys. And I registered as an independent. I don't know, it's back in like 2004 or someplace around there, which I have been ever since. And I voted for Dems and Republicans. So I'm pretty centrist.
I go where the wind blows me. Like wherever I think my audience is going to be, that's where I'm going to go.
No, she's not just going to vote the party regardless. She's not a blue no matter who. And oh God, I don't think they've got one for the Republicans. But anyway, yeah, she's not going to just fall in line and vote for somebody because of the letter that they have by their name.
Because I have no principles or standards or whatever else. All I am is a grifter chasing the clicks and the views.
In my politics, and my cultural sensibilities are definitely more on the right these days than they used to be. But I share a lot in common with the left. So I think something's coming out of the middle that is going to be the future. It's going to complicate
I sure hope so.
politics in a really probably good way. Not for the existing parties, but there will be, as a result of that emergence, there will be a candidate or more who stand for what's happening there in the middle.
For those of you who've been watching me, I've been saying this.
Teasing that party again.
Yep. For those of you who've been watching me, I've been saying this at least since like January. At least since January.
What's up, Daisy? Good to see you back.
January. It's like, I see what's
right in your face. It's right there, guys. That's
anti-war and pro-America, America first, actually supports American workers and, bringing back manufacturing, doesn't cede, the job fair to what's happening in China. Like there's a few issues on which I think we agree, removes culture wars from the discussion. So in other words, the leftists who are there are not trying to cut off the body parts of our children. And the people who are on the right are willing not to make.
Yeah, that's kind of a big issue for me, so just saying.
You must fight with me to stop.
I just got to stop for a second. And maybe I haven't
as a terms of
seen her in a while. I used to think that.
I would almost guarantee it, Kelly. It's one thing I can honestly say I did not. So I'm proud of myself.
Megyn Kelly was one of the prettiest women on television. And I don't know what's happened to her, but
again, he can't attack the message, so here he goes attacking the messenger, talking about how she ain't hot no more.
She's clearly doing something there.
I think his lighting just did not do her justice.
Maybe that's what it is, but
she should be upset with how they lit her for this.
She is definitely not in the best light. I'll give hopefully that's it.
Whether we can bond together.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, some of those issues are my pet issues, right? I could never vote for somebody who's going to chop off the body parts of children. I could never vote for somebody who's voluntarily sterilizing children or supporting it, or the boys and girls sports thing. I can't. So I still will vote Republican. Mm-hmm. But what I'd love to see is a different alternative. And I just think necessity is the mother of all invention, and someone will come.
Does it have to have a name? I mean, I feel like these labels get us in trouble a lot of time. Once you start throwing these labels around, and then everybody starts getting all tribal about things, and then again, not going to vote unless they've got an R beside their name. I'm not going to vote unless there's a D beside their name. And I think that gets us in a lot of trouble.
And somewhere in there, in this, some point, Sean Ryan says, the main thing that I'm concerned about is Israel. Out of everything that's going on in this world, somebody has convinced you, because you're so stupid, that Israel is our biggest threat. Out of the economy.
There you go. There's a way to grow that subscriber base, Gary.
Out of all the stuff going on, out of Iran running around with Hamas, the Quds Force, Hezbollah, the Taliban. Here's where I will agree with Sean Ryan. He has brought to attention, and I don't know the answer to this. I wish there was an answer. I don't know why we're sending tens of millions of dollars every week to the Taliban. That needs to stop. That needs to stop right now. But I mean, whoever has been in Sean Ryan's ear, influencing him and completely changing who he is, what he believes. I've watched this change. I know many of you out there have too. But it's not just him, it's Tucker too. But I just think Sean Ryan is one of the most easily influenced influencers on social media. I really do. I really do.
It's sad to see how many people are falling for this. I really do believe that anti-Semitism is the great deception that Scripture talks about.
The hell does any of this have to do with anti-Semitism? Nothing.
This
Yeah.
anti-Semitism that we
Israel has nothing to do with being Semitic or anti-Semitic. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Just because you criticize a government does not mean that you are anti-Semitic and you hate the Jews.
are seeing right now that again is taking over the world everywhere. Even worse than it was under Hitler. Because even with Hitler, it was centralized to Europe where Hitler was. Okay, it was very centralized to where he was, where the Nazis were, and what they were doing. It was not to the global thing that we are seeing right now. This is beyond anything that we have seen historically. Like, it is absolutely out of control. And I want someone to note, if you go back on a previous episode and somebody should pull the clip. I said they are going to introduce a third-party option that is going to appease on the right, the conservative side, because just like she said, they don't want to be liberal. They want to hate the Jews and they want to go after Israel, but they don't want to be liberals, right? Because you want to mutilate children. I think that's exactly
Hate the Jews, hate the Jews, hate the Jews. Like, where in the hell does this shit come from?
the example that I even gave. They're not going to want to be involved with, sex changing children and doing all that craziness, but they're going to say, we're going to give you an option where you can still be conservative, you can still keep your Christian values, and you get to hate the Jews and hate Israel. So come on over here, come join us. Here's the third option, right? Like, I literally have been saying that, and that's exactly what she just said in that interview. And I think that is so telling.
Somebody please tell me when Candace Owens has ever said that she hates the Jews, or the same with Barron. When has he ever said that? When have I ever said it? I don't know that I know anybody that's ever said that. I hate the Jews.
Of exactly what they are doing right now.
Yeah, I agree. And I wonder, I just don't know why. Well, I mean, I guess I do. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Like, why do you think that the anti-Jew, anti-Israel thing is so compelling to so many people? My personal thought is, like, we've had 100 years of propaganda. It's always kind of been sitting in the back of our mind, and it doesn't take much to point out a few things here and there. And we see this narrative forming, right? So that's what this is. It's like right now, there's been so much gossip spread about Erica Kirk that even if you aren't paying attention to social media, chances are you've
I'm thrilled too, Miss Debbie. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm glad to see you. So I've been missing you.
heard some things about Erica Kirk. And if somebody grabs your attention and suddenly is like, look, somebody that you trust, right? Like your coworker, like that.
Not at all. And that's where it goes back to the whole uniparty thing. When it comes down to protecting themselves, oh shit, they don't mind working together at all, Democrats and Republicans. All that shit's for show.
You should hear what Erica, like, they've proven now that, she was involved in Charlie Kirk's murder, because that's what they believe. That's what a lot of people are saying, right? And once you hear that, you're like, oh yeah, I hate that. I would never do anything with TPUSA, even though 6-8 months ago.
Exactly. Hey, the best, Heather. Good to see you in the chat. remember the rule we got. If you ever show up in the chat once, we expect you to show up every time, or at least as many as you can. So good to see you in the chat. Best chat on the internet. Everybody will make you feel very welcome, I can promise you. Very, very good people in that chat. And yeah, thank you for coming out.
You were like, I love Charlie Kirk. I love what TPUSA is doing. Charlie Kirk got Donald Trump elected. Like, I saw him the other day with his wife. She's beautiful. They have a beautiful family. What a great couple. All these things. But an information operation, a smear campaign, just gossip being spread constantly, and narrative forming over 8 months will change people's minds. Now we have something very similar. The Jew hate thing that's been going on for over 100 years. It's going on much further than that, but just
Jew
in normal
hate.
society. Like a lot of the same tropes. Those I love, Chase over at Green Beret Nap Time. He's like, you all are falling for all of these tropes that were created for peasants back in the 1900s. So this is what what we're dealing with, and it is something that people are always a little bit vulnerable and susceptible to. But I like to hear you guys. Why is this so effective? And what do you think, Lisa?
Just to give you guys an example of how
Because the issue is real.
bad this is, because I don't think that we really take the time to like dissect these things. We just have like a general understanding of like, yeah, the anti-Semitism is out of control. It's bad. But to give you like a very specific example of this. Okay, just a few weeks ago, there was
Awesome, the Beth Tether. We are going to hold you to that. I'll be looking for you next time. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
you guys may know what I'm talking about. You probably saw it. There was this there's a small sect of Hasidic
Yeah, Miss Susan, I think you're right on that. I just can't remember 100% sure for sure. But hey, we're going to get to know her a lot better now. She's going to start hanging out with us. She done said she would, and I believe her.
Judaism in Israel that is not very kind to Christians, okay? And there was a nun that got pushed over in the street. She got pushed.
Yeah, I get that. Sometimes YouTube hates me, Heather. But for now, I think we're going to try. I'm just experimenting. Some people may hate me for it, but we'll probably try this 8 o'clock for a few days and just see what the reaction is and how many people are being able to come watch. And we're trying to hammer out something permanent, and I promise we will be at something permanent here before long.
Pushed over. You guys, it was international news that this nun got pushed in the street in Israel. Did you see the headline? Because I did. I'm sure probably a bunch of you also heard about it or saw it. That same weekend, how many people got shot in Chicago? Do you know? Anybody? Probably like 20, 30. Yeah. 20, 30 people probably got
I guess you don't know either then, huh? Because that was a guess.
shot that same exact weekend in Chicago, and nobody was talking about it. But here's the thing. The fact that the level of what do Jews have to do to be considered bad? Okay, what is the level of crime that we're committing here to have international news where the whole world is going to know about it? It is a nun getting pushing someone down, which, okay, I'm not condoning that behavior. We shouldn't be pushing people, but I'm saying just simply pushing someone down in the street has
Lisa, you push my buttons every time I listen to you.
become international news, and this is only because it is Israel. If it happened in any other place in the world, you would have never even known that it happened. You would have never known that it existed. You know what I'm saying? And there are much more horrific things going on all over the globe that nobody is talking about, but because a nun got pushed in the...
But is it really a globe, Lisa? Do you know? Does Lisa know whether we live on a globe or not? I wonder.
Street in Israel, everybody has something to say about it. Like, that right there should give you just a snapshot of like, oh my gosh, this is out of control.
Well, and conversely, imagine if suddenly Israel and the people of Israel decided that they didn't like Catholics. And then every time that some person that could be associated with Catholic...
No, but by God, she sure acts it. She seems to be pretty Israel first, so...
A Catholic is assault a Jew in the United States, they could create this perception like, oh my God, the Catholics are killing, beating, just, assaulting Jews in the United States. Like the United States hates them, or you could even just say Americans, whatever it is. Like you can narrative form out of anything. And that's what they're doing. They're creating a perception that is antithetical to reality. And at this point, it should be obvious. And I think to most of you viewers, it is. Gary, prepare for the Netflix documentary 2 years from now.
All right, guys, they're rambling now. We got the most out of it. We got through the meat and taters. I'm sorry to put y'all through that, but again, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think it's important, not only for us, the ones that are here right now live watching, but for others that will watch this in the future, because sadly enough, oddly enough, there are people that take these too seriously. And we want to make sure that there is a counter to all this BS that they're putting out. And for them to sit there and act like they know they're the only ones that know everybody else is wrong, and not only wrong, but bad individuals, bad people for feeling the way that they feel. It's kind of like Charlie when he was talking about how he was being treated, he was like, they're not even going after me and saying that, it's a poor business decision or that they're concerned about the business position, but they are questioning my character. They are calling me anti-Semitic and all of these things because I have questions on certain topics. So yeah, it's absolutely, it's ridiculous. That's right. And look, that's another thing that I try to do, I feel like is a service to some people. Not everybody has the time, not everybody has the bandwidth to watch all of these different creators who do 2 and 3 hour streams. And so if I can kind of catch some of this stuff that some people would miss and bring it to you and somewhat condense it, or break down what I feel like is important to me, that's a good thing. So everybody's got their own thing, and for right now, I feel good about doing what I'm doing. Hopefully y'all guys enjoyed today. I know I did too. And y'all, please like this video, share any socials that you may have, X, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Please share this thing around. And we are dangerously close to getting monetized. So, and if you can tomorrow or even later on today, if you want to go and rewatch, that's great, but at least go in and comment. They say 6 words or more. Every single comment is much appreciated. I try to reply to all of them, so I always like to hear from everybody after the fact anyway. So yes, this is a good tight little community, and I really appreciate y'all guys. If anybody wants to contribute until I do get monetized and we can do memberships and super chats and stuff like that, my 3 links are pinned to the top of the chat. They are also in the description of the video. I've got a Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo, whatever flavor you prefer. But yes, those are there. Every little bit helps, $5, $10, $20, whatever. I really appreciate all of it, and it will go to good use. But besides that, I really appreciate the support of y'all coming out, the sharing, the commenting after the fact. So I have got to go to yes, we're going to do the merch too. Yeah, we'll get you some over there. That's a badass looking logo. That'll look good on a shirt or on a hat. Yeah, me too, Miss Debbie, me too. But yeah, I guess I've got to go work my real job. Probably went a little longer than I should have. Y'all be planning on same time tomorrow. Let's give it a try. Let's see where it goes. We will settle on something eventually, I promise. So just trying to fill things out and see what's going to end up working the best. All right, guys. Hey, thank y'all for coming out. I plan on being here in the morning. Love y'all. Like, subscribe, and share again. And I will see all of y'all right back here really soon. Thank y'all.